Hello. In this video, we're going to cover paragraph styles and character styles in InDesign. So as we've already beaten to death at this point, InDesign, its whole purpose is multi-page document design. So think books, think presentations, and the like. Imagine a scenario where you're hired by a client to design a beautiful 150-page book. You get it down to the last moment where everything is perfect, all the images are set up, all the type is set up, and it's ready to go to print. And then in the last second, the client says, "Actually, I think our body copy is just maybe 1 point too big. Can we bring that down a little bit?" Now, it would be an absolute nightmare to have to do that manually page by page. Instead, the way we like to work is by setting up rules that can be applied en masse to the whole document. It's easier for us to set those rules up ahead of time. And this is why, as part of your process in Design 1, we have you do type specimens and come up with some systems for type that can then be applied to designing larger projects like books or posters. We kind of want to have an idea of how we want to design our typography as we bring it into the project. Um, so how do we set up these rules? So you have these things called paragraph styles and character styles. If you've taken web design, you should be familiar with CSS. Same logic applies. So we're going to create a set of rules that can be applied to our text. These are called, we'll start with paragraph styles. So if you have your workspace set to essentials, you'll see if you click the text, we do get the option for paragraph styles here and then character styles beside it. I always like to work from the actual menu. So over on the left, it's called paragraph styles. If you don't see it, it's under type. You can click paragraph styles right there. So the way this works, so usually I would set up all of my hierarchies of type, and then I would classify each of those to a rule. So in this case, I have my body paragraph here, my body text. It's the font and the typeface, or the typeface and the font that I like. It's the size, it's the kerning, everything's right. Or the leading, kerning is set to metrics. We like that. Everything is good. So then I would like to commit this style to the rule. The way I do that is with it selected, you can either select the text or just overall select the text box. And then this little plus icon, you'll create a new paragraph style. It adds one to the list, paragraph style 1. Double click that. When you double click it, it's going to bring up a list of options, give it a name. So I already have one set for body copy, so I'll set this to body 2. Why not? Actually, let's call it body fancy. Hey. And then I advise you to just click through each menu on the left, right? So general, it's named here. You could base it on another style, which is kind of cool. The basic character formats, it's the font, it's the style of the font. If you want to do like a bold version, the size, the leading, kerning tracking, case, advanced character formats, you could do that. You can manage indents and spacing here. You could indents, hyphenation, justification, the color of your characters. All of that's good. But for now, we'll just click OK. And that should be applied. Now that means I could start clicking other places. So if this was, let's say, if this was a different typeface, let's set it to Apple color emoji. Oh no, that's gonna shut my computer down. Let's set it to Helvetica. So there we go. We got a Helvetica bold paragraph, and we're like, oh, that's kind of ugly. Instead, let's set it to this new one with the paragraph selected. You'll just click your paragraph rule and it will automatically apply to it. That's awesome. And like I said, the beauty of this is uh if you have the rules applied to your whole document, right? So as I click around my document, I should have body applied to everything. Why is it not? Because I'm unorganized. No, but as you click through every paragraph, every text frame, you should see the body is applied. And that's good. And the reason we like this is because, yeah, in our case, that the hypothetical client didn't like a specific size. Now I could just double click into here with preview selected. Let's change the size, right? So we could drop it down. You can see it starts reflecting in the document in real time, and that's pretty cool. For character styles, we typically do this for individual letters, words, or phrases. So the hierarchy goes, a book or document is comprised of pages or chapters that are broken down into paragraphs and then into words. So you want to design for the largest chunk first, which is paragraphs. So we always design with paragraph styles first. For character styles, if it was the case that within my paragraphs, let's say I wanted the ability to have maybe a really cool red word, right? Then what I could do is, oh, Carl Jung's Red Book. That would be cool to be read. So you can set up new character styles that would still be based off of your paragraph style. So it still is the same size, the same type as the paragraph style. It's just a more specialized version of it. The rule is typically that you can have several character styles within a paragraph, but you can only have one paragraph style for each character. So there's a hierarchy to it. But yeah, start playing with your paragraph styles, start playing with managing indentation, justification, obviously set up your type systems, and then start applying them en masse to your book and see where you can get. Thanks.